Hey guys, it's Drew. Today we're going to talk about a powerful feature that you can add to your components, which is called variants. Variants lets you take the same component and then switch up the style in predefined ways. So for a simple example, here I have a job listing site, and you'll see that it uses one component called the speaker card. If we go to the speaker card spec, I say speaker cards take in name, title, description, image. All of these are just simple arguments, and then I describe the UI. It's going to show the image on top and then put the title and the short description. Pretty straightforward. I should probably also have it show the name and the name. Now, imagine, this is good, but imagine I wanted to use different types of cards. So the first thing I might want to do is have cards with different types of highlights. And so I can often in my spec just say, here are the different variants that I want to work with. So here I'm going to say have a highlight variant. And highlighted is black border and title. And then I can also ask to have a size variant, right? So I might say, go ahead and show me small, medium, large cards, and for each, change the base width and font size. And then another variant I might want is a color variant. You can imagine actually showing these cards on different types of backgrounds throughout my app. And maybe I want to actually have red or black or whatever cards. So I'm going to make this up, but let's have black cards, white, or black cards, vary the background and the font. Cool. So I'll press generate, and you'll start to see why this is powerful. Great. So here are my different variants now actually created of the exact same components. You'll see that create by default goes ahead and shows me what the different variants can look like. And from my spec, I kind of know what I talked about. So this is probably the highlight variant where it's a dark black border and bolder title. This is probably different versions of the size variant where we're changing the width based on it. So this is a small, medium, and a large. And these are the different colors I asked for. So this is a black card or white cards. And you'll see that create actually shows me combinations of my variants. And again, just so you understand what's happening under the hood, these variants are defined just as other arguments. So there's default, there's size medium, there's color white. Create will go ahead and pick some defaults, but then it'll also understand, how to show these other types of variants off in the code. Don't worry if you don't understand code. It's just a quick way of making you understand how this is actually working. The point here is that you can be quite creative in how you create variants. Now, what's really cool is if I go back to my page, I can now describe these variants in natural language. So I'm going to go ahead and update my speaker card so that it has my latest changes. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it the data on my featured speakers. Featured speakers. Drew, CEO, Patrick, Ops, designer. And I can start to reference my variants using just natural language. So use large cards and highlight Drew. You'll see that with just that prompt, Create understands that because I'm using the speaker card, that Drew should be put in as the title and descriptions, that Drew should be highlighted, and that I should be using the large version of the cards and not the small version of the cards. Later, changing it to use the small versions of the cards is really easy. I just change that one word to small. And now you'll see I'm using small cards across the board. I hope this advanced tip helps you make your components much more powerful and allows you to get your UI exactly right. Thanks. Using variants is also a really fast way to take an existing Figma mock or Figma design system and turn it into something live and interactive on Create. So here I've got a Figma mock that our designer at Create made. You'll see that she's got this cool status message component, and I want to add it to a prototype in Create. All I have to do is copy and paste it as a PNG from Figma, and then go back to my listing site and make a new component. And I'm going to say I'm going to make a status card. And I'm going to describe the various variants as just images. And I think what's really interesting is that just from the image, Create will be able to go ahead and create different variants of this status card. And so you'll see it got it pretty close. If I wanted to get the icons perfect, I could do more. If I wanted to get the fonts perfect, I could do more. But this is just a really fast, powerful way to see that it's really quick to define variants and then have the same component have different states. And so now I can actually use the error, the stalled, or the working version of my. Hopefully with that, you guys have everything you need to make really powerful variants and components, define them once, and then use them everywhere in your project.